Basically, thug maxing is when guys who are not street whatsoever all of a sudden just adopts this street or thuggish persona and aesthetic. Basically, they just start mimicking their favorite rapper or gangster or whoever they done seen act out in some type of thuggish way. Typically, it's YoungBoy. Like, I don't know what's in YoungBoy music that make niggas want to be him.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like the default nigga that the thug maxers kind of emulate.
The crash out template.
Got that shit from YoungBoy.
YoungBoy.
Yeah, bro.
Welcome back to another video. Hope your day is going good. And in today's video, we got why thug maxing won't make you more attractive. Now listen, man. Back when we was in high school, man, you know, niggas thought it was all cool to be the thug. You know what I'm saying? Niggas thought it was all fresh. But as you become a grown man, you want to seek to be more respectable. So any young boys or younger men just entering their 20s or in high school watching this, I want to just let y'all know, man, it ain't cool to be a thug, man. Pull them pants up, man. That's what them prison boys be doing, man. T-Raw.
Trying to be a thug at a certain age just makes you look like an idiot. There's no reason I want to be a thug. Like, you shouldn't idolize thugs. The key thing is to be the smart person in the room.
On God, on Gizzard, he said it right. Get into it.
Alright, bro. I think it's finally time we talk about thug action. Like, bro, this shit getting out of hand, and it's kind of been running rampant for this last couple years. Like, bro, why the fuck is this nigga Drake throwing up gang sign? Like, when did this nigga get in the game? And why is he, like, doing this facial expression with the gang sign? What the fuck? Like, bro, this nigga was just in a wheelchair on Degrassi. Why is this hyper successful multi-millionaire trying to convince me that he's a gang member? And Drake really not even the worst instance of thug maxing that we see out of these celebrities. Of course, we got the infamous jaw wig shiestied up with the eyebrow slit. Like, I never seen a nigga rock the shiesty with the eyebrow slit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga might be the 2024 thug maxer of the year.
I don't lie, that's kind of tough. John Morant kind of tough, man. He kind of, you know, he kind of made me want to bring back the eyebrow slits. I used to do them back in high school. Not the double slit, but the one slit, you know. I kind of wanted to bring it back real quick. But then I was like, nah, for what? You ever did the slit, T-Raw?
No.
I want y'all to understand, this nigga was willing to throw away his whole NBA career to look like a thug. That's some real life dedication, bro. Y'all really gotta think. They suspended this nigga for being in the club with a gun, and then he apologized and was on live in the car with a gun the very next day. This nigga just don't give a fuck. But he was half stepping, like he still gave a little apology and shit. He wasn't willing to really throw his whole career away. But Mikey Williamson, this nigga earned it. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga got
Mikey Williamson.
John Morant might have gotten to a little tussle, but this nigga Mikey Williamson really shot. He really derailed.
That's not the man name.
But look, bro, all jokes aside,
Mikey Williams is funny as
this thug maxing shit is not it. I ain't gonna lie, in the short term, it'll work. But long term, it's gonna leave you broke, stressed, or in real life danger. Like, bruh, does that sound like an equal trade for a little bit more girls? If you're on the fence about thug maxing, watch to the end of this video as I explain why it seems to work, why it's a losing strategy, and what you should be doing instead. But before we get into it, bro, y'all already know the drill. I need y'all to go ahead and like the video. Just think about it, bro. After watching this video, you'll fully understand the appeal of thug maxing and know how to get similar results without literally having to.
Hey man, go ahead like bro video, man. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how to get it done. Go like the video, y'all boy.
For those of you who don't know, we gotta define what thug maxing is.
Go like our video while you at it.
Y'all aren't no dumbass niggas, so I think y'all probably already made that connection just based on the context clues. But I know it's probably one nigga out there that just couldn't connect the dots. Basically, thug maxing is when guys who are not street whatsoever all of a sudden just adopts this street or thuggish persona and aesthetic with the goal of increasing their.
That was the dumbest comparison.
Right now,
what?
Really
6ix9ine just look like
that period of time is really when the thug maxing starts to kick in. All of a sudden, you look
clown that nigga.
Lifestyle type of person.
Like, bro,
clown that.
You're young and
Clown that ninja.
Somebody that's thug maxing might start dressing a little
YoungBoy is the ultimate
dangerous,
Yeah.
maybe
Nah.
a shiesty, a Nike
Young boy
tag,
actually
basically
out here,
anything a
so I
drill
can't
rapper would
compare.
want. You might notice a shift in behavior. They might become a little bit more aggressive, dominant,
What
or
about Lazy
rebellious.
DM?
Like all of a sudden they want to slap box in front of the females, or they
I
start
just
like
started
overly
listening
chasing
because I
souls with
don't know
t-shirts
much
for no
about him.
reason, trying to be overly tough all the time. Basically, they just start mimicking their favorite rapper or gangster or whoever they done seen act out in some type of thuggish way. Typically, it's YoungBoy. Like, I don't know what's in YoungBoy music that make niggas want to be him
That's
so
what I'm
bad.
saying.
But that's like the default nigga that the Thug Maxers kind of emulate. Right? Just kind of emulate, bruh. Now that I'm thinking about it, this nigga Ja Morant and Mikey Williamson was both heavily into YoungBoy. Have y'all noticed that? Like, I'm thinking about it, even niggas in real life that I know,
Crash out
like Thug
template.
Maxing got that shit from YoungBoy.
Young
But
boy.
yeah, bruh, the logic behind Thug Maxing is that certain
That don't even
women
look
are
good.
naturally
He
attracted to
wasn't in.
dominant, dangerous, and rebellious guys. And I'm not gonna lie, this is true. Like, from a psychological standpoint, women are heavily attracted to guys with these traits. But just because it can get you some more short-term hoes doesn't mean you should do it. There's also multiple backdraws to
For
this
sure.
method of pulling that damn near negates all the benefits. Also, you can display most of these thug maxing traits without even being a thug. Like, you literally can get most of the benefits without necessarily having to maintain this thuggish persona and basically throw your life away. To understand how we can circumvent having to do this loser ass thug max shit, we first gotta understand why exactly it works for getting girls. Then we can kind of reverse engineer the method, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of take what works, leave what don't. So to understand why thug maxing works, we gotta analyze what women are attracted to, which are mainly guys who are masculine, physically dominant, and confident. With this in mind, it's really no wonder why the bad boy hood nigga archetype has always had an appeal. Whether we're looking at movies, TV shows, the music industry, or regular hood niggas in real life, this seems to be like a constant in all forms of media. It's like a law of physics. If you're a hood nigga or a bad boy, depending on race, you're gonna get bitches. And this really isn't a surprise when you dive deeper into what women are attracted to. Of course, the baseline masculinity, physical dominance, confidence, but even more than that, thugs typically have a higher level of social proof and status. Not necessarily in the long term of life, but maybe inside like isolated social scenarios. For instance, if a guy is walking around your school and he's like overly tough and aggressive to the point where he's intimidating other guys, some females will view that as a sign of power and control. And obviously this leads to him having a higher level of social proof and status. Cause you gotta think,
For sure.
a girl is not finna see a guy acting out like that and actually think about it logically and be like, yo, like, why is this nigga tripping all the time? Females are just biologically wired to be attracted to guys who are hyper masculine. And that's how they perceive the guys who is just like overly aggressive, wanna be young boy and shit. You gotta also factor in, bro, females love excitement and drama. At this point, bro, we should all know that boring a female is like the #1 way to lose her. So using that same logic, we know that some excitement and drama is a pretty good way to get or retain girls. Bro, this shit is literally in an old ass song. Girls just wanna have fun, like, bruh, it's been true for decades. There's even newer songs coming out echoing this same sentiment. The main one that come to mind right now is Blick Song by Lotto. Like, the first lines of the song literally say, I don't trust no man without no blicky, cause when shit gets sticky, where the fuck that blicky at? This shit is actually so crazy to me, like, bro, what is she talking about? She literally activating all the thug maxing niggas around the globe. Like, I thought this shit was crazy before, but now the thug maxing rates really finna be through the roof. But yeah, females, especially those that grew up around this type culture, seem to be drawn to the excitement and chaos of dating hood type niggas. Like, bruh, I just seen this clip of Lil Baby X talking about how her nigga gotta have a little bit of hood in him. Like, bruh, she literally had a whole ass failed relationship with a hood nigga and she still wants a nigga to have a little bit of hood in him. You really cannot make this shit up, bruh. Like, it's really something wrong with these females. But yeah, bruh, another appeal to the bad boy hood nigga archetype is confidence and a nonchalant attitude. This thuggish persona typically comes with the sense of not caring. We all should know by now that women are highly attracted to this type of nonchalant demeanor.
I guess
And
it's
the
my
reason why it
archetype.
works so well with like the thug
What?
archetype
I
is
ain't
'cause
never
their
give a
actions
damn.
typically disregard any type of authority. For instance, if you're in the car with a girl and you're going way past the speed limit, you're kind of cutting up, she's instantly gonna be way more attracted to you because you don't care about the law. Unless you crash, then that nonchalant I don't care aura is all out the window. Similarly, if you think about a guy that's just super square and he always does everything by the book, typically girls are gonna be way less less attracted to that type of guy. I tried doing some research to find out why breaking the rules is generally considered cool, but I really couldn't find no definitive answer. I did see that it probably has a lot to do with confidence and nonconformity, which makes sense because confidence by itself is already an attractive trait, and nonconformity kind of communicates bravery because it's like you're not afraid to go against the crowd, which I think we can all agree is pretty cool. But the last major appeal of this like thug method is the media appeal. Like bruh, this thuggish persona has been glamorized for like the last couple decades. It's literally in every form of media, the movies, the music, and on social media. In literally every form of media, the bad boy lifestyle is like praised. And when females observe this, they kind of take it into real life. Think about it like they're being socialized to pick the guy who fits into this archetype. Like logically speaking, you should.
This is facts. So a while back, man, I linked up with this Latina girl, bro, and I used to like press her all the time because I'm like, man, what makes you fuck with me? Because she said like her culture, racist. Used to be a little racist against, you know, the African Americans community, the people of the brown skin. You know what I'm saying? So I used to ask her all the time. I'm like, why would you be into me? Like, what makes you so different? What makes you so into African Americans? She's like, it's just been my fantasy since I was like a little girl. Like, she used to be watching those music videos on VH1. She used to talk about Jason Derulo and all type of shit. I was like, oh yeah. She started fantasizing early, you know what I'm saying? TV programs these men to fit a certain archetype to be attractive. Like at that time I was in the gym all the time, so my physique was more toned, on point, and more fitting the type of man that you fuck with, you feel me? So hey man, I can't say he's lying here. That's actually a little bit of facts, bro. They internalize all this shit.
Yeah.
Pick the nigga who gets good grades and he maybe plays a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga with the actual future. But because of this socialization, females really don't factor in the long-term outcome. Not saying that all niggas who are regularly engaged in criminal activity are gonna end up like bums, because we do have some outliers like Lil Baby, DeMar DeRozan, Tank, but it's definitely more risky to pick somebody like this, because if them niggas went so locked in, they could have had a whole different trajectory in life. Another piece of anecdotal evidence that I'll add to support this is that females with a more proper background aren't really as drawn into this thug demeanor. Like if a girl has a dad and he works a nice office job, she's typically not gonna be attracted to a nigga that be working the block. I say typically, bruh, because these females, like, sometimes they just can't fight that shit. They just still be fiending for, like, the
Facts. I was about to disagree with you.
Those are, like, the main reasons why being a thug is attractive. Now we gotta talk about why this thug maxing shit isn't a viable strategy. That shit is a short-term gimmick for short-term hoes. With that being said, let's get into the first reason. It attracts the wrong type of female. I want y'all to understand, bro.
For sure.
When you thug max, you're mostly gonna attract females that's into that type of lifestyle. This is a problem for so many different reasons, bro. Like the quality of girl you get is gonna be heavily diminished. It's gonna be the type of girl that's literally into drama, toxicity, and instability. I don't know about
Yeah, I
y'all,
don't
bro,
like
but
that.
I don't like unnecessary problems in my life. I only want the type of problems to where I couldn't even avoid them, like a random ass flat tire. But this shit right here is heavily avoidable. You don't gotta talk to these type females. I know it's probably a young nigga watching this video thinking to himself like, I'm willing to take any girl regardless of the problems, which is fine.
You
That's
just
the
want
young
it.
dudes.
You just want it. I promise you, bro, you just want the pussy, bro. But the older you get, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. You lock in with something toxic like that, I promise you. You're going to start seeing the gray hairs. You're going to start seeing the stress. You just start seeing your life go down the toilet. You had money, now money going. And it's not worth it, bro. It's better to just find a girl who you can really just build with, fam. Like, that's the right way.
Like, okay, I understand, like, you're gonna make that decision because you're young, but you're eventually gonna reach the same conclusion
Travis.
that it's not worth it. And then, bro,
I
when you're
can't
dealing with these
believe
type
they
of
still
females,
putting
normally
Travis
they're
under
gonna
this
be
shit.
even more thuggish than you. Like,
Bro, look at her. Bro, you want your girl moving around like some kind of, like, what is she doing? Is she I don't want to say it because we're black, bro. Niggas gonna start like, but like, come on, bro. Why she? Who do you think she is, man? If it was a nigga who she was like, you know what I'm saying? We not condoning no DV out here, but it's like, I don't want no girl stepping to me like that, cause at that point you're not a female to me.
You're fabricating a lot about how much of a thug you are. It's gonna come a point in time, bro, where she realizes she's more of a gangster than you. It might even be some simple shit like her wanting to smoke in your car, but you know, like, it's a lot of police around and you don't want to take that risk. And then she just realized from that point on, like, you're not like that for her. So you're not even really gonna be able to retain the girl unless you actually just become a criminal, which at that point it's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, you're way too deep in. No girl on the planet is worth that shit, let alone a girl who smokes backwoods, has a horrible diet, and has...
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Alright, the next...
You had me from research. You smoke backwood. Listen, if a girl voice sounded like this, raspy, nah, baby. Go ahead, step.
reason why this shit isn't viable is it's a fake persona. Then you gotta think, bro. These females are not slow. They're gonna be able to tell that you're putting on an act. Like, bro, I promise you, you're not a good enough actor to pull off the thug maxing. Even if you only thug max on Instagram, bro, because when you meet them in real life, it's gonna be incongruent. But if you're doing this shit in person, it's so much.
Be yourself.
Like, you're gonna go out bad in real time because the females are gonna see that you're putting on an act, and that shows a lack of confidence in your actual personality. And since we know that confidence is one of the top attractive traits, it's obviously gonna lead you to getting way less girls. And you also gotta think about the niggas who are actually thugs. Like, bruh, if you're in school right now and you just come in the next day trying to be like young boy, the niggas who are actually in the trenches are gonna see that shit and they're not gonna let that shit slide, bruh. The actual thugs, it's like that's their whole thing. So they're not just finna let you culture vulture that shit. They're literally gonna treat you like how the industry.
I mean, listen, bro. It's called earning stripes, putting in rank, and that's with everything. It's like we in the court, we playing basketball, right? I'm putting this in a court analogy because I don't want to talk about streets and gang violence. We in the court, we playing basketball, right? And we niggas who done put in the time. Like, I know Trent. I don't watch Trent game level up. Then you got this one square random ass nigga dressed up in all the hooping gears. You know them niggas who dressed up in the hooping gear. He got the elbow sleeve, the headband. He looking like Carmelo Anthony in this bitch.
Yeah.
And you think he finna drop 50. And then he drop an air ball. And you're like, oh, he ass. Oh yeah, we on his ass. We finna bully this nigga. Anytime he touch the ball, we taking that shit.
For sure.
We gonna make this nigga not even want to come back out here.
What?
Industry be treating Drake, and I shouldn't have to tell you how embarrassing that is for the real street niggas to get on your ass in front of the hoes. Like, bruh, it's no coming back from that shit. You literally gotta change schools, or you just gotta become King Von. But nah, though, the next reason why this thug maxing shit really isn't a viable option is because it's not a sustainable identity. Like, bro, really ask yourself, am I finna be thug maxing into my 30s and 40s? Like, really think about what a 30 or 40-year-old thug looks like. I'm not talking about
what?
Or a little baby. Genuinely picture a wreck.
You can't, because they're either dead or in jail.
For sure.
And the OGs that you know that used there, that's why they say ex gang member, ex affiliate, because they can't be in that shit no more. I've never seen no 40, 50-year-old man still running the block. It's just not possible, bro. The younger kids are faster. They go up the switch on your ass. It's over with.
Regular niggas still trying to be hard. It's like, please.
Yeah. How old is?
Genuinely picture.
I honestly wonder how old is bruh.
I don't know.
Niggas still trying.
Maybe in like his 30s, 40s.
Please get that shit up. Go start a family or some shit.
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
Kind of sad. Like, damn. This
maybe there are some 40-year-old thugs out here still.
Like, bro,
it is.
Why are you wearing a shiesty?
Some niggas live this shit till they die.
That's crazy.
The real thugs though.
Maybe the
yeah, that's like deciding to stay
path
A
because all the
fucking
females are gonna
20-year-old for the rest
outgrow
of your
you within
life.
a couple of years. It's like, bro,
That's
you'll
tragic.
win in the short term of like maybe high school and the beginning of college, but when you're actually an adult, the females aren't finna be fucking with that thug maxing shit. But yeah, bro, the last reason why this shit isn't viable is, in the long term, thug maxing is just inferior to standard self-improvement. Instead of trying to fake a tough guy persona, it would benefit you infinitely more to build true confidence, social skills, and success. Now you might be thinking to yourself, earlier in the video you was just saying how thugs are attractive. But look, bro, if you go back to the main reasons why thugs are attractive, you'll realize that you don't actually have to thug max to display those traits. I mean, come on now, bro. Physical dominance, confidence,
He just said what I was about to say. Yes, physical dominance. When you're doing something, bro, that reaffirms your mind that you're a tough individual, it's gonna show, bro. Because you gotta put yourself in that position. You gotta put yourself in that warfare. I like to box. I like to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because those things reinforce the toughness. Bro, imagine you're getting punched in the fucking face, bro, countless times, and your reaction speed is so slow you can't even save yourself from getting punched in the face. Weak niggas would quit. You know what makes a strong nigga? Every time you feel like you was about to pass out, you get the fuck back up. And you're not gonna give up till you finally block that punch, and you fucking boom, throw that shit back, nigga.
That's super funny.
conformity. You don't gotta go your entire life away to display these traits. In fact, you being true to yourself shows more non-conformity and confidence. So instead of doing this shit, bro, literally just focus on the baseline self-improvement shit. Going to the gym, reading a couple books, nothing overly extreme. But yeah, bro, in conclusion, thug maxing might get you some short-term attention, but it's not really a successful long-term method. Instead of faking your whole personality in life, maybe just try to be the best version of yourself. But alright, bro, that's all I got for this
sure.
one. Like and subscribe
For
if you learned
sure.
something, and let me know in the comments if you ever seen somebody in real life trying to thug max. But with that being said, thanks for watching. I'ma catch y'all.
WVid, man. Honestly, man, I will say this before I give it over to T-Raw. This thug maxing thing has really taken a whole nother level. I think it's really just because of social media. But when I was in high school, you know, everybody, you know, you're a teenager, bro. You have these hormones and you're still trying to figure out who you are. And during the midst of all that, sometimes, you know, you want to get girls and you don't really know how. Maybe you don't have a dad in your house. Nobody to really coach you through and guide you on what to say. Just how to carry yourself and, you know, like just the things you need. And so you see these guys who low effort, don't give a fuck, look like they just went out of bed and put on some clothes and went to school. And you think, oh man, them niggas, they got it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? And you now go into this shit thinking this is the way, but really, it's really not, bro. A lot of these thugs, bro, they don't got father figures, and they're copying somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a continuous cycle. But the thing about it that makes them different is that they come from the environment, so they getting coached in this shit. This shit it's gonna run deeper than it is for you, a civilian who's going back home to your suburban household. You know what I'm saying? Where the dog's playing fetch. Say you hear police playing holiday music for you on the holidays. In the streets where they come from, police only coming by to arrest or shoot niggas. If you're not seeing that, you can't copy that. You can't imitate that. You know what I'm saying? It's just an everyday struggle over there. T-Raw.
It's just certain things that you can't fake, bro. So it's just better off being yourself at all times.
For sure.
Like they were saying in the video, all that trying to fake it, eventually it's gonna become a time where your gangster gonna be tested. And if you ain't ready to stand on what you portraying, you feel me? Don't even go down that path, because that shit can lead you to somewhere that you don't want to be for real.
For sure. But anyways, man, you already know what it is. If you made it to the end of this video, man, you're a real one. We really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Man, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. And yo, go ahead and binge the rest of the videos, man. You know what I'm saying? We got hella content. That being said, VG's up. We out.